honestly, at this point, I was not expecting to still be talking about the Freenode drama, but every single step along the way, Andrew Lee keeps dropping the ball. So, basically, if you don't know the story so far, Andrew Lee became the new owner of Freenode. This caused a massive staff resignation because they did not want him running the network. These old staff members went to go form a new IRC network known as LiberaChat, and when chat on Freenode decided, okay, we want to go and follow these guys over to this new chat, their chats were taken over, the original chats were banned, and redirected to an unofficial chat. And what's happened now is Andrew's decided to just reset the network. I don't mean reset like do a power cycle. No, I mean wipe everything and start from scratch. And he's got a good quote to basically explain his reasoning behind this. This is from some of the chat logs. I'll post a full link to the chat logs in the description down below. This is a new Genesis, a new era. Freenode of yesterday is gone. Freenode of tomorrow is here. This guy sounds absolutely insane, but maybe that's just me. So, the notification that people got was this right here. These 3 messages and nothing else. We are moving past the legacy Freenode to a new fork. The new Freenode is launched, you'll be slowly disconnected, and when you reconnect, you'll be on the new Freenode. We patiently await to welcome you in Freedom's holdout, the Freenode. This is just some information about how to connect if you're not already connected. It's a new Genesis for a new era. Thank you for using Freenode, and hello world from the future. Freenode is IRC, Freenode is FOSS. When you connect, register your nickname and your channel and get started. It's a new world. We're so happy to welcome you and the millions of others. Now, I don't know what world he thinks he's living in, but Freenode has never had millions of users, so I don't know where he's pulling that from, but this last notification is the big problem. So ignoring Andrew's coked up fluff, basically what is happening is the software stack being used by Freenode is being replaced. So previously the IRC server software was IRCD7, and this is being replaced with Inspire RCD. And then the services package previously with a theme and is being replaced with a nope. Now, doing this isn't inherently a bad thing. There may be some functionality your original software wasn't achieving that the new one can actually do, and that is a perfectly valid reason to go and do this. But the third message demonstrates a very serious problem. Literally 0 attempt was made to migrate the services database. Now, the services database is very important because this stores things like your name, the channels that exist, the operators of those channels, basically the thing that makes IRC actually useful. Why is this a problem? Well, the reason why this is a problem is because of the way IRC handles new channels. So if I go and make, say, the Brodie Robertson channel, and I'm the first person to ever join that channel, I become the operator of that channel. Basically, I have moderator powers and can do whatever I want. So if you go and reset the database, and let's say some random person joins the Linux channel and the FSF channel and all of these other channels that have more than one user in them, well, basically every channel on Freenode has now been taken over by just random people who just use them. This causes 2 very serious problems. Firstly, if you are the fake operator, because the nicknames have also been reset, you can just go and name yourself the name of the original operator and go and impersonate them. And you can go and impersonate anyone you want on IRC, and there's nothing that can really be done about it. And the second thing is, if you are the actual owner of that channel before the reset happened, the only way you can get operator privileges back for that channel is if the person now running it is actually nice, or if the Freenode admins decide to help you. Now we have a second problem, and that second problem is that they haven't actually done a full migration before launching the new network. So effectively what we have is Freenode running 2 IRC networks. Some people are connected to the old one, some people are connected to the new one, and these 2 can't actually interact. So let's say I go and make a Linux channel on the old network. If I then go and make a Linux channel on the new network, because these are 2 separate IRC networks that aren't bridged together whatsoever, these are 2 completely distinct channels. Neither of these problems needed to actually exist because you can migrate the services databases. Now, the automated tools that do exist for migrating from a theme to a nope, I hear, are kind of buggy, but someone directly offered to Andrew, I will migrate the services database completely for free. And he said, We can migrate the databases, that's just not the point. It's time for a new Genesis. Now, third problem, unrelated to the first two problems, very much related to Freenode's new direction. IRCloud users have now been banned from accessing the Freenode network. So IRCloud is basically a service for accessing IRC networks from your web browser, and it also operates as an IRC bouncer. So with an IRC bouncer, basically you connect to the bouncer rather than the network directly, and then the bouncer will go and connect to the network. This effectively allows you to hide your IP address from the network in case there are people trying to do things like DDoS attacks and you don't want to be affected. But the more common use case is basically keeping yourself logged in all of the time. So this allows IRC to operate more like something like Discord, where you're always receiving messages even when you're not logged in. At the end of the day, whether you like this style of chat or not is very much up to how you want to use IRC, and IRCloud realizes that a lot of their users are just using IRCloud for Freenode, so they will be offering refunds to any of those affected users. But there's no reason why IRCloud should have actually been banned, except for the fact that the new owner just has a vendetta against IRCloud. So at some point he changed his name from Rasengan to Root, because Root is a much more professional sounding name for the admin. IRCloud is banned because F IRCloud, this was not an accident, not a mistake. Actually, it was supposed to happen a long time ago. I sort of expect other bouncer services to be banned as well because of this statement right here. We offer our own free BNC if you'd like to use that instead. Basically, use our bouncer or else. Now, what does all this come back to? Basically, it comes back to the fact that Freenode wants to modernize their IRC network. What that actually means, I don't actually know, but they do have a statement about it. As the recording of this was posted 7 days ago, IRCloud was banned 2 days ago, and then the big net split happened yesterday. So they introduced their new IRC bouncer, they tell you how to connect to it, they tell you why it's so great, it's powered by open source, they're the first major IRC network to provide a bouncer completely for free. But because of those chat logs, this bouncer raises a massive red flag to me. Why are you banning IRCloud and then telling people to use your bouncer? What are you trying to get out of it? You already have access to the server logs. It's not like you need the bouncer logs as well. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Maybe it was a lapse of judgment, but having those chat logs just, it feels off to me. This by itself is already incredibly petty, but the only other reason why I can think that IRCloud was banned is because back when the takeover first happened, basically they were talking about the takeover, saying it was a takeover, saying the new Freenode staff claimed to have the interest of FOSS in mind, and then completely ignore the will of the community. This also is incredibly petty. I don't know which is the reason why. They could very well both be the reason why. Andrew seems a little bit unhinged from time to time. They'll also be bringing in Freenode BBS as a link aggregator and Freenode jobs so you can get hired directly on IRC. And also anonymous IRC as well, because now that you've killed off your original audience, we have to go and pander to a new audience saying things like free speech and cancel culture. I'm surprised they haven't started saying blockchain yet, and bring in new people who never cared about IRC before. With all of the channels considering migrating pre-reset being taken over, this statement right here is honestly really funny. Now you can share your thoughts and views without fear of being cancelled, unless those thoughts and views are against Andrew Lee and are against Freenode, in which case, you're just probably going to get banned. This man is on a constant spiel about FOSS and protecting free speech while doing everything he possibly can to annoy everyone who supports those things who would ever consider using Freenode. He seems to be trying to build up goodwill with a community that doesn't exist while burning his existing user base. I know that most of the notable chats had already migrated over to LiberaChat. Even the really slow movers like the FSF actually went and did so after the reset actually happened. But I want to keep reporting on this dumpster fire, at least until it burns out, because honestly, I don't know how many more dumb things Andrew Lee actually can do. I still have no idea what his end goal actually is. Maybe he thought the Freenode name by itself would have been enough to monetize in the future, because right now, it seems to be basically worthless. Maybe his plan with this is to use it to like gain notoriety and then like write a book and do a speaking tour talking about how he was so oppressed by the FOSS community. Honestly, that does seem like a pretty good money-making strat, and he would not be the first person to actually go and do something like that. But I don't know. I'm just purely speculating here, and if Freenode is still around in a month, maybe we'll do an update, maybe we won't. I'm gonna see what nonsense Andrew keeps doing. As with last time, please don't go and harass Andrew or the new Freenode staff members. Just let them go and do their absolutely insane things, sit back with a nice beverage, and just laugh at the train wreck. Just have fun with it. That's going to be everything for me, and before I go, I would like to thank my supporters. So a special thank you to Joachim, Donald, Logan, Michael, Andrew, Nathan, David, Carl, Mitchell, Will, Brennan, Chicabento, Jamie, Joseph, Josh, Peter D, Stephen, Tease through, Tony Tushar, and all of my two little supporters. If you'd like to go support them, links down below to my Patreon, subscribe, start, leave a pay, all that sort of stuff. I've got my podcast, Tech Over Tea, available basically anywhere. I've got a gaming channel called Robertson Plays, where I stream games twice a week, and I also upload YouTube shorts, which are just clipped out from the streams. This channel is also available over on Odyssey. That'll be everything for me, and I'm out.